Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. It's Monday morning. It's about 7:35. Wanted to talk this morning about no contact strategies. Now, I got to thinking about this, and there's a lot of proactive things that can be done to avoid contact. Now, the first thing you want to do is figure out how bad you want to go no contact, okay? Now, I know this sounds silly, and you may think, well, of course I want to go no contact. But you have to have a solid reason, and the more reasons you build up to go no contact, the more solid your plan's going to be, and the more effective it's going to be, and then it's going to work. So, what you want to do, and a lot of people say, well, I've got a mental map of this, but what you want to do is make out a list, and you'll hear Dana talk about this, you'll hear a lot of people talking about this, is make a list of reasons why I don't want to talk to him, or reasons why I cannot be with him. Because what's going to happen is, because you've been love bombed, because this person has put these thoughts in your head that they are this incredible person, especially when you first meet them, you're going to want to, you're going to think about those. Unfortunately, when you go no contact, those just always come up, because you think, wow, maybe it was me, maybe I was wrong, maybe I should have given him another chance, maybe I should have given her, more things, maybe there was something more that I could have done. So what you want to do is you want to make a list of the bad stuff they've done, the stuff that hurts you, the stuff that they're oblivious to. If one of them is cheating on you, that's a pretty big deal breaker for most people, right? Now, some people have see what's happened too. If you've been with a narc over a few years and they've gotten away with cheating once, you will lessen your tolerance to it. Yes, you will develop a tolerance to it, and you will. That's more denial on your part that nothing's wrong. So you really want to sit down hard and take a look at not just the last year, but the last 3 or 4 years. What did you compromise in your values to this person, and that really hurt you? Write those down. Write those things down, things that they've done that you may have forgotten that you really, that's not what your relationship's all about. One thing I did was go to Google and Google, like, what does a healthy relationship look like? And in Psychology Today and some other places, you'll find the words respect, collaboration, love, okay, of course, love. So what do all those things look like? And if you're still telling yourself you've got love in this marriage or love in this relationship, but the actions don't match up, then you may want to do some real soul searching and find out, just maybe admit, okay, well, maybe I am in a loveless relationship. I mean, if you're already here, you've already kind of accepted the fact that things aren't what you thought they were, and now you're maybe exploring and going, well, who is this person? And that's good. That's good, because maybe something triggered you to bring you here. So whatever triggered you, whatever freaked you out about this person, maybe you discovered they had a double life. And that's, a lot of times that's enough to bring you here. But in order to stay here and to stay no contact, because I'm assuming most of you are going no contact, what you want to do is make a list of those things so you don't forget those. It's easy to forget those, especially when the person hoovers you back, they start doing their sweet talk. There's a sweet, mean cycle. It goes back and forth. Sweet to draw you in, mean to push you back. That's how you control something. You control something by manipulating it, by moving it forward or bringing it back or doing nothing to it. Nothing to it would be like the silent treatment. So, anyways, when you make that list out, you can always go back to it. It'll remind you. When that person calls, you can go back to that list. You can see what they, you can read that list aloud to yourself. It's just important to keep those deal breakers, those things that compromise your values, the things that hurt you. It's important to keep those things out there. And I know it's hard because it hurts, right? It hurts to be reminded of what this person did. But what you want to do, folks, is you want to get mad, okay? If you're not mad yet, you need to get mad. This is not, this person's pulling, don't get me started. This person has been pulling the wool over your eyes. They've been giving you this illusion. And that's what they do, right? But it's just wrong, okay? You've been lied to, so now you think it's okay to lie every once in a while, or now you think it's okay to do this. If your values are being compromised, go back to, you need to do a reset, okay? You need to do a reset, I guess. So go back to what it is that's important to you and don't let go of that, I guess. So that's step one. This is doing some things to help you go no contact. So make that list out. Another thing you can do, just like you have a plan, most of you anyways, I know when I lived with my parents, and even even when I used to live with my ex and everything, we had a plan in case there was a fire, in case there was an emergency. So if there was a fire down here and you felt the door handle was hot, then we told the kids, they each had their own window in their room, basically bust out their window, take a chair, throw it through the window. So, you just want a plan of attack, right? An emergency escape plan. And I guess that's how you want to look at this, too. That's how I liken it. It's that important, folks, to keep that no contact going, or at least start it. So ideally, you don't want to play with matches, okay? That's to help to keep the house from burning. You don't want to store a bunch of kerosene in your spare bedroom and, keep a bunch of blowtorches around just for, because you do artwork at the art show and you do metal work. Yeah, not a good idea. So what I'm saying is there's some plans, there's some things that you can do ahead of time, like the list, so that when the emergency does happen, when that phone call comes in or when that text comes in and you feel like you've got to, I got to answer this. You either, and here's what used to happen to me. I'd either be really mad, like, I'll show her. She's going to say that, I'll show her, and I'd text her right back. And there'd be a little texting war. Or, every once in a while for me, now I know for you, it's for many of you, it's different. Or I would have some heartache, say something nice about, it was nice seeing little Johnny today, wasn't it? And I'd be like, yeah, sentimental journey. Yeah, they'll try that route, right? They'll get all sentimental on you. Yeah, I guess it was nice. Yeah, things aren't so bad after all. Yeah. Look at the list. Look what he's doing to you. Look what she's done to you. Come on, guys. Look at that list. You really want to be around a person like that? Okay, the list is going to happen again and again. The list is not the past. With them, it is. The list is. The list is a living, breathing document. That list is going to be, those things are going to be committed all over again. Well, he did cheat on me once, but I don't think he's going to do it again. Okay, maybe maybe this much of a percent. Maybe those people change. Ask anybody on these boards. I've read a lot of books. Leopards don't change their spots. Tigers don't lose their stripes. They stay, okay? So, you make out the list. Then you do some precautionary things. Just like I said, you don't put kerosene in the spare bedroom for your safety plan for your house. You are not going to want to allow the numbers to come up When I say the numbers, I'm talking about phone numbers, text numbers, whatever. Now, if you have kids, that's a little bit different. In circumstances with kids, you may have to have some line of communication open. But if you don't have kids, oh my God, people, you're halfway there. You're more than halfway there. You can cut it off today. You can cut it off tomorrow. This person is just a person. They're not going to make your life. They're not going to make your life complete. I'm telling you, that Jerry Maguire bullcrap, you complete me. No, don't listen to that stuff. So, you want to block their number, okay? That's my second point, is block the number. Take all the precautionary things. Block their number. If they go to a pub that you go to all the time, don't go to the pub anymore. I know, I don't want to change the way you do want to do this for a while. You want to basically be nowhere where they are for at least 3 months. I'd say for a lifetime, because honestly, the people you're probably hanging out with, if you're new right now, you might not want to hear this, but a lot of the people you're hanging out with are used to the old you. They're used to they're used to the codependent, the extra nice person. Well, I lost a lot of friends. Not lost them, not from the sense that they're mad at me and I can never call them again, but a lot of the people just don't know the old. A lot of people know the old me. They don't know the new me, and the new me is the narc-free me. The new me is the more healthy me. Okay, and this is how you get healthy. You go no contact. You don't want somebody sucking you back into their manipulation games. So you make that list out. Every time they call, now assuming you've blocked the call, that's the best part. You block the call, you never get the call in, okay? Now, okay, you can't block it, okay? All right, well, if you absolutely can't block the call, then let the call come in, but let it go to voicemail, okay? Then if you can check the voicemail, and if it's about the kids, then you may have to call back. Now, the narcs will use the kids to get to you, so just be careful of that too, okay? What is urgent? What is required by the state? What is required by law? What is good communications? Or what is good parenting, co-parenting? That's what you want to look at. That's what you want to filter it through. What's good for your kids? If it doesn't affect your kids at all in a good, positive way, or it's not going to accomplish anything, there's no reason to call back. 90% of the stuff that she would send me stuff about the kids, there was no reason to contact her back. She would send me information, and I knew she'd put something in there to make it a little more emotionally charged. That's just her nature. A leopard doesn't change her spots. She would send something back to me in a text, and I just learned to respond in things in business-like fashion when I had to respond. 90% of the time, I didn't have to respond. You know how you're always taught, say please and thank you? Okay. With the narcs, throw it out the window. They want you to do that. Yeah, don't say please and thank you with them. Be very businesslike. They'll know the game's up. They're more likely to go away if the game's up, in my opinion. If they know that they can't get to the same old you're better off. So, those are the two main things that I was thinking about this morning, and I thought, I bet there's some people out there that are still trying to go no contact, or they're trying to continue to stay no contact. That's our recovery, folks. You know how the AAs have don't take a drink, or the Drugs Anonymous has don't take a pill, or stay clean and sober. This is our clean and sober. This is because the best way to look at this is that your narcissist is an addiction. Okay, you are addicted to this person, and chances are you probably are. There are things in the brain. There's dopamine and all kinds of things in the brain that suggest, from studies, that the love addiction, what we will call love, this bond that we have, it's also called a trauma bond for some of you. This bond that we have does take some time and needs to be treated like an addiction to get over with, to get clean and sober. So just keep, you know, when people detox from alcohol, they go to recovery centers, and they don't have any contact with the outside world, from what I understand. Same thing with the drugs. I mean, they're not allowed to. I had a friend go through this, and yeah, he couldn't. I don't even think he could make phone calls out to anybody because we didn't know where he was, and I think his mom said he was at a recovery center, and I'm like, I didn't know he had a problem, but yeah, so you want to treat it that seriously, folks. And the cool thing is, those recovery centers cost like thousands of dollars. This doesn't cost you anything. It just costs you your mental ability, but financially, to block a number, change a phone number if you might. Well, I can't block it. Well, change a phone number. For more serious cases that like Dana has dealt with, I've never dealt with this, but some of the women out there, some of you, if you are in a violent, if your partner is violent, then be careful going no contact, because there's a lot of things. You want to have a very good plan set up ahead of time so that they cannot physically get to you, okay? So, and you never know what these people are capable of when you take away their control and power that they have, or that they think they have. And they do have power over you. I mean, that when somebody asks you to do something and you do it, or they force you to do something and you do it, that's power over you. So my biggest sadness, and I went through some depression with this. I got on some some antidepressants, by the way. Yeah, I had I had an itchy foot, so I got on some antidepressants for a couple years. Helped a ton. It numbed me out. I didn't have emotions up. I didn't have emotions down. I needed that, okay? I needed that to be able to almost be like a robot and read information and take it in and better understand this person around me and what the situation was with them. This person wasn't who I thought they were, and that was probably the biggest shock, right? So I did go through some depression, but I'm telling you, if what you want to do is get to the point where you can look at things more realistically. And when you're first in them, you got that trauma bond, you're not going to do that. So you want to get as clean and sober, as no contact, as much time away from them as possible. And there's a lot of different strategies. I like to use the cell phone. That way, like, I have kid pickup. I used to have kid pickup. My daughter's driving now, but I used to be on the phone a lot, okay, either texting or on Facebook. Our phones are, I mean, it's a good way to just get your head into something while they're there. And, I look up, say, oh, hi, and I look back down on my phone, and hopefully she doesn't come over. But if she does, I don't say anything. And then if she's looking for a response, she does that. I'm like, interesting. Okay, well, look, I really got to run. That's the other thing you want to have in places where you do have contact with them. Now, I'm saying no contact, but if you absolutely have to have contact, like you're moving out of the same residence, then you want to look at some ways to do that. There's a bunch of ways online there. I think the newest thing that I don't see a lot of articles about, I'd like to see more, is using your cell phone, like I just mentioned there, and that's always be doing something with your phone when you're around them. And then the other thing you want to do is always think 2 or 3 moves ahead. That's what the narcs do, right? When they're manipulating, they always have an agenda. It's never just calm, peace, relaxed. Have a cup of lemonade. It's always they're figuring out where you're gonna walk with that lemonade. They're trying to guess how many times you're gonna come in and out of the house so they can go and sneak in your car. I mean, it's just with a narc. It's just a total different way of thinking. They're never relaxed. Okay. They've always got to put that front up, okay? Their brains are like going 90 miles an hour, and you're just sitting there relaxed. But so, anyways, that's about all I got. I know you've got some questions or some comments. I see you guys chatting there out of the corner of my eye. I'm driving right now, but I'll look at those a little bit later here and and see if there's anything that I can answer. There's a lot of videos on going no contact, but again, that's your goal today, is to stay no contact. Oh, the other thing that the AAs do is they do one step at a time. They do one day at a time, okay? They just try to get through today. So if you're thinking, oh my God, I'll never contact them again. Okay, truth is, unless it's in a violence situation, you'll probably end up having contact with them again at some point. All right? I'm just going to be straight. You want to go no contact for the longest amount of time. But when you see them again, maybe in 2 years or 5 years, you're going to be a totally different person, and you're going to be able to handle it, and it's not going to traumatize you like they do now. Even to this day, when I get a text message from my ex, it still puts me into this like a flashback state. Okay, but it only lasts. It doesn't last very long. It used to last a lot longer. It used to last all day. Now it's just like a couple minutes until I But and again, I have kids. I have to have contact. But what I'm saying is, just treat this like, I'm just going to get through today. I'm just going to go no contact today. I'm not going to worry about tomorrow. Because if you try to think too far out, it'll be overwhelming. And then you'll think, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. But if you just try to get through today, and then come back to these boards, come back to Facebook, and then say, hey, I did it. I did it 2 days. I did it 3 days. You'll get a lot of people, I guarantee it, that'll give you some likes on that. Because that's a big deal for a lot of people, All right. Have a good Monday, guys. Talk to you later. Over and out. Love you. Bye.